All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at the Playmobil dump truck. They just call it dump truck. Of course, they've made many dump trucks over the years, but this is one that is in current production, and it's one of the cheap ones. In the US, this is selling for just $20 for this big old thing. What I mean exactly by one of the cheap ones, though, is not just about the price, but also the construction. You don't actually assemble this yourself. It comes pre-made from the factory as you take it out of the box. And it has simpler construction. It's one of those ones that does not have separate parts for the wheels and tires. It has metal axles that are just connected all the way across. You don't have any suspension action. You can see that some things are actually just screwed together. Actually, most of it is screwed and bolted together from the factory. A very simple and kind of specialized main chassis piece that is intended for just this type of vehicle. And the cab section and kind of the main body is a little bit lower in detail than, the more expensive, more traditional Playmo sets. To get access into the interior, you take the entire upper part of the cab off. That's simple. And then inside, seating for two. The guy can hold on to the steering wheel. I'll show him up more closely in a minute. And in the center, there's no accommodation for the usual fire extinguisher or even being able to put a walkie-talkie in the center there. So again, more simplification. However, it does have the most important thing that actually works, and that is a very generous dump bed. It's very tall, so it'll actually hold on to a lot of material. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. You can put big old rocks in there if you want, real rocks. It has a snapping closed gate on the back, so by default, if you open it up or if you lift up the whole bed, it's not going to dump anything out until you let that go. You just push it out just a little bit, and then it'll do like it's supposed to do. Unfortunately, this does not have any ratchet or anything to stop it while it's up, to hold it up. So you physically do need to hold it. See, there's nothing behind there. You need to hold it up if you want to start dumping the load and then drive the thing forward. It won't stay in that up position, which also tends to look cool for scenes and dioramas. It does have a single trailer hitch on the back. All the stickers are pre-applied. That's kind of a good thing for folks who don't like to apply stickers, but kind of a bad thing for folks who do want to get their hands on it and want to make sure that the stickers are always lined up, because from the factory, when they're doing these cheaper, higher, faster production run types of sets, oftentimes the stickers are a little bit wonky in how they're applied. Here's a closer look at the driver figure, who comes with a drink with a straw built into the top, and he also has a bag of groceries, just a plain paper bag with some stuff in it. Let's see what he actually has in there. So the first thing looks like it's a carton of tropical fruit juice. That's nice and healthy. And then he also got himself some fast food, it looks like. So the sticker on the outside is not supposed to represent something actually there. It's supposed to represent the printing on the bag from wherever he got this from. I really like the pattern on the shirt and the color of it as well. I feel like it all works together pretty well. I personally don't like the print on his trousers, though. It's just a little bit too thick with the suggestion of the stitching there, very old school. He comes with one additional accessory, and I'm assuming that this has to do with his work. So he's got work orders of places where he's needed, where he needs to go to pick up loads of dirt and debris and to actually drop it off. And he also has a map on there as well. So this is his clipboard for the day. This set is targeted towards kids 4 and up, and I think that kids as young as 3 could handle this pretty easily. Maybe you might want to keep some of the smaller parts away, the accessories, but the truck and the figure I think they'll be fine with. And for kids who are 3 to, let's say, 7, I'd say that most of the things that bug me about kind of the cheapness of the build and the lack of details will not be an issue whatsoever. That kid right there is going to love this thing. He's going to fill it up with all kinds of things. He's going to use his hand to scoop up sand in a sandbox and put it in there to pretend to be an excavator. I think he's really going to enjoy this, and for that reason, I think it's really good that Playmobil does make these cheaper sets because of the less expensive part of them, not because of the cheaper build and less details, but because it's easier to get them. So definitely not the best thing for display, and I also really wish it had some kind of mechanism, even very basic, to hold the bed up in that upward position. Beyond that, I think that this is more than fine for young kids, and I'm glad that it is inexpensive. If you have any thoughts about the truck that you would like to share, please do leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can.